Hello, and welcome to Oskar the Beekeeper podcast. And today is his epic episode 1 podcast of Oskar the Beekeeper. And
That's me.
here's me, his mom, and this is our dog. And she also wears her bee thingy. And so we have tons of questions to you, Oscar. And first, please tell us all about how you got started with beekeeping.
Well, how I got started is actually my mom wanted to become the beekeeper. Actually. But then I was kind of terrified of the bees at the beginning, but I was really good with insects. I used to raise lots of insects, like by bottle of eggs and larvae of butterfly. Then I would raise them mostly, and then my mother got into bees and everything, and I just took over because mom was kind of scared of them, and I just took over the bees.
Yes, I remember that day. I he didn't think about beekeeping, and when we moved in a country, we started living in a country. I started little bit first gardening, and then I got some farm animals, this and that, and I had a little bit of everything. And I thought, wow, it's going to be a great idea to have a few hives. And I looked it up and I found the beekeeper who sold me a one hive, like full hive, and he delivered it to me. And I remember that day, I was terrified. I realized when I had that full hive, like big, with three boxes, right?
Yeah, it's not that big, but it's still pretty big.
Yeah, and I saw all those bees and I had a panic attack. Remember
Yeah.
when he saw me panicking? So then he put on the suit and he was very calm and he told me, "Okay, mom, let's go." And he was doing everything. I was just, staying there and looking, and he opened the hive and he worked there, and I was just yelling, "Oh my god, let's go, let's run, let's get out of
It's just
here."
that I watched a couple of videos on how to do it and everything, and I already knew a little bit of what I was doing, so I just checked it out and just did a small
Yeah, and
look.
he just took it over. And uh, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I actually really do enjoy it.
Why did you enjoy it?
Well, I just like working with insects.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but tell us more. Tell us some aspects. Why did you enjoy? What
Well,
what were the joys?
Well, I really liked working with them. I could. The thing is I could graft queens. I could make new colonies. I could do a lot of things with them, like scientific things. Like I graft. Like the first year of beekeeping, I already learned how to graft queens, and I actually grafted a couple of them. And yeah, just a lot of stuff. I made nukes. I even built my own mating nukes where I mated the queens that I grafted myself. It was fun. It's just fun.
So, uh, this brings a question. So, is there a lot of learning throughout the whole journey of beekeeping? Do
Uh,
you always learn something?
yeah, you always learn everything. Like I have a lot of incidents where I did something and then I learned that I should never do this. And there's just a lot of learning.
And what are the joys of learning?
Well, sometimes when you learn something, it might be something you learn exciting, like maybe something that'll boost your colony, make it stronger. Maybe you learn something how to during the winter, you like learn how to winterize a colony that it'll 100% always get winter, and you just get the joy when you figure out that they all survived, and then you just learn new stuff and you get the joy of learning it.
Was there anything disappointing during the process?
A lot of things actually disappointed me. One of them was that I never knew that expired mite treatment is bad for the bees. The thing is, the Roa mite treatment, some types are made with the acylic acid, and they're like packs, they're like gel packs, and they're covered by a small tissue or a paper, whatever you want to call it, and that echo paper, that's what they call it. When it gets expired, it starts breaking and becomes much more orange, and all the acids from the inside start coming out and more rapidly, which kills the colony.
Hmm. What did we learn through that experience? I think we learned that there's always something to learn throughout the beekeeping process. There's always something. And I have a question. What are your ways of learning? How do you learn? How do you get your knowledge, and where do you get it from?
Okay, so how I learn is that I watch master beekeepers on YouTube, like David Burns. He's a good beekeeper, and I read a lot of books. I have a lot of beekeeping books with me, and we also, where I live, we have beekeeping clubs that go every month, and there's lots of things
You
you can
have the
learn from them.
meetings. We have the meetings every month. Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of
And
things from to learn from those meetings.
yeah, and they all share the information, and they all teach something, and they have courses.
Yeah.
So, at this point of your life, can you call beekeeping your hobby, or is it more of something you want to do professionally in your life, or is it more of a hobby at this point?
I think it's both.
It's
I
both.
like it like a hobby, but I also want to become a beekeeper, and I just do a lot of science with beekeeping. I'm really good at chemistry. Like, I was really good at my class and everything. I just know a lot about chemistry, and I just want to invent some stuff for beekeeping,
Research,
like
maybe.
research, yeah, all those things.
Can you tell us what have you learned about starting a hobby?
So, what I think about getting into a new hobby is mostly just learn a lot about it. Read, just research about it, and it will save you a lot of pain, negative emotions, money, and time. And I'm telling you, don't hesitate, just go for it.
Thank you, Oscar the Beekeeper. And guys, congratulations! That was the first podcast, and you made it. Stay tuned, and if you are not subscribed to Oscar the Beekeeper, do it. And see you next time.
See ya, bye.